everybody, it is Ailey Dulcimer, and I cannot believe that we are already at the end of February, which means we're already 2 months into 2021. I hope that the year is treating everybody as well as possible so far and that you're doing good. Today I am here to talk to you about the very frustrating topic of falling into a practice rut. To be perfectly honest with you, I've been struggling with one all of this week, but in the past day or so I've started to feel better and I've been getting back into more of a normal practice routine. People play instruments because they enjoy making music. There's something really amazing about being able to pick up an instrument, any instrument, and make something beautiful with it. Anyone who plays an instrument knows exactly what kind of work has gone into getting to the point where you can play that instrument. It can be a really enjoyable process to learn an instrument. It can be really rewarding, but sometimes it's kind of frustrating. You could be practicing the same piece for what feels like forever without making any noticeable progress on it, or maybe you're in a lesson and things don't go as well as you were hoping and that doesn't leave you with a good feeling. Or maybe your practice is just starting to feel repetitive and you're not getting as much enjoyment out of your instrument as you have in the past. It's times like these when it's really easy to fall into a practice rut, a time when you don't feel motivated to play or practice your instrument at all. These days, I can usually tell when I am falling into a practice rut or about to fall into a practice rut. The songs that I'm playing that I've been really excited about aren't bringing me as much excitement as I know they should, or I'm getting frustrated during practices to a level that is not okay, or maybe I just can't bring myself to go over and practice my instrument at all. When I feel a practice rut coming on, the first thing I do is ask myself, why am I feeling the way that I do? To me, a practice rut feels like boredom with my instrument, but it's brought on by reasons that I can address, not actual disinterest in playing my hammered dulcimer. Once I know why I'm feeling the way that I am, I can take care of it and I can get back to playing my dulcimer as much as I know I really want to. So, what are some of the reasons that I tend to run into when I'm figuring out why I'm experiencing a practice rut? Problem number one, I am bored of the music I am playing. This is probably the most common reason why I fall into a practice rut. And more often than not, I don't even realize it's happening until I've fallen into the rut, because you can get bored with pieces that you are still actively learning. You can get bored of anything that you've been working on. Luckily, this is an easy fix. If I realize that I am falling into a practice rut because I am bored, I go and I find a new piece to start learning, and it helps almost immediately. Once I know I have something fresh to learn and practice, I am right back to my normal practice schedule because I have something that I can be excited about again. Problem number two that I experience. I have been playing the same piece for a while and I am frustrated by the lack of progress I am making. Unfortunately, this one is not as easy to work around as the problem of just being bored with the pieces you're playing, but it still is something that you can work through. It can be really frustrating to have a piece that you want to play, but it's not going the way that you want it to. My first suggestion when this happens is if you have a teacher or a friend who plays the same instrument that you do, go ask for some advice, see if they can help you out. More often than not, there's somebody who can give you the help that you need to get through whatever problem you've run into, and you will be able to play that piece beautifully. But if you've already gotten that help and it hasn't done anything, you're still tripping yourself up in the same ways that you were before, it might be time to put that piece to the side for a week or two and just take a break. When you're expecting to feel frustrated by a piece that you're working on, it can turn into a self-fulfilling prophecy, and that's not fun. You don't want that for yourself. So put that piece to the side and come back to it when you're feeling ready. In the meantime, go back to an old favorite, learn something new, build up your confidence so that when you are ready to go back to that piece that you want to learn, you'll be ready for it and you'll be able to have the most positive experience with it as possible. Problem number 3, aka the thing that got me this week. A string of bad practice days has left me feeling badly about my ability to play my instrument. So we all know that practice is tough, but in an ideal world, progress would be linear and we could always at least see a little bit of the improvement that we were making at all times. Unfortunately, we do not live in an ideal world, and sometimes our practice sessions don't go the way that we planned them. The worst is when you get a whole bunch of those bad practice days in a row. It's terrible. First off, we have all been there. It is a gross feeling, and I'm sorry if you've been experiencing it lately like I have. It's disgusting. I don't wish it on anyone. But it's important to know that strings of days like that, they're either bad luck or they're brought on by something that's happening in your life that's distracting you or stressing you out. It has absolutely nothing to do with the ability to play your instrument. It's all things that are just happening around you. Keep up your practicing, but maybe put away the more difficult pieces that you've been working on and focus instead on your favorite pieces and the pieces that you know you play well. That music needs to be practiced as well to keep it sharp in your mind, and it's also going to help to relax you and get you back to enjoying your practice sessions, hopefully more quickly. Strings of bad practice days come and go. Just be gentle with yourself and try not to let them get you too down. Problem number 4. Why am I even playing this instrument? Every once in a while, I lose sight of why I played the hammered dulcimer. Maybe I'm in the middle of one of those strings of bad practice days, or I'm feeling like I haven't made enough progress in the amount of time that I've been playing my instrument. Everyone has their own reasons for asking this question, but I do think it is something that musicians ask themselves every once in a while, maybe when things aren't going as well as they hope that they would. When I find myself asking why I'm spending all this time learning the hammered dulcimer, I remind myself of the reason why I picked up the instrument in the first place. I love the sound of the hammered dulcimer. I think it's enchanting, and I want to be a person who can share that music with other people. Sometimes reminding myself why I picked up the hammered dulcimer in the first place is enough to boost myself back up and be excited to continue learning it. But sometimes it's not. If I need a little bit more inspiration, I create a goal for myself. Personally, I have found that the goals that work best for me aren't private goals like I'll learn a new song this week. Instead, they're goals that I can share with other people, like recording a new video, or like I did at the beginning of quarantine, putting together a mini virtual concert for my friends and family to attend. If you're feeling like you're not sure why you're playing your instrument anymore, create a goal that works for you. Schedule a lesson with a teacher, sign up to play at a local farmer's market, or maybe just put together a few songs that you feel good about that you want to share with your loved ones. Make that reason to be playing your instrument. Everyone has their own reasons for falling into a practice rut from time to time. Unfortunately, they're just part of playing an instrument. The reasons that I shared in this video are reasons that I have experienced personally, but like I said, everybody has their own things that push them into practice ruts too. If you've experienced a different reason that I didn't talk about in this video for falling into a practice rut, go ahead and share it in the comments below. I would love to hear about it, and I'd love to hear how you were able to get over it too. That information is really important for other people who might be going through the same things that you've experienced. That's it for today. I hope that this video will be useful for people. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to press that like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I post a new video every Saturday, whether it's a vlog like this or a recording of myself playing my hammered dulcimer. So goodbye, everybody, and I'll see you next week.